Hi everyone, today we're going to create a chain hole. And first thing we're going to do is to create the object. So let's start. This. Um, create this object. Yes. So yeah, that's it. Wait, hold on. Now I'm gonna get more. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, now we have two objects. That's essentially what's going on. And now we're gonna use the operator like this. Yep. So let's run this. Oh wait, forgot something. No, oh no. For this. Oh yeah, my bad. I think now it's gonna work. Yep. Let's do some space between them. Yeah. Now this is another very useful use. What we're going to do with this operator is essentially create a path, or oops, if you can find a path. We're going to essentially fill in the path with whatever object we choose. So I press D. Okay, let me just think about it. Let me just give an example. Is a for loop. I equal brackets brackets using for loop to generate the path. So do it now. Here and here. And this. That as well. Yeah, that's better. So this gives us a quadratic function. And now we have to divide it. Of course, else it's way too far. Yeah, let me just 100. Yeah. There we go. So this is, I mean, this looks filled, but as you can see, it's very choppy. And to illustrate one point, I'm actually I'm gonna take every 20. Yeah, that's it. So okay, this is going to be a good example for us. So we have our shape, and then this is just let's do the example for now. But we are gonna get into a 3D example. A very, very complicated 3D example. So I'm excited for this. But essentially, we have our quadratic function squared x squared over 100, and we take every x value, and so your first idea might be to do its the whole thing, and maybe that will give you what you want, but actually I don't know. That's me. It just joins all the space together, and then that's the pain in the ass. Yeah. So what we have to do, to use the whole operator, but not like that. Essentially what we do here is what we're going to do. Maybe we are going to create to each object, or almost every object. We only need one of the first and one of the final, but everything else needs to have two copies. So to do that, we copy and paste inside the for loop this. Yep, that's it. So now we have two copies of each object, and to prove this, I can move this upstairs. So yeah, here we go. So what we want to do, we don't want them to be exactly over the object. We want them to be next one. So this object here, we want it to be over here, and this object over next one, and etc. and etc. So that essentially what we can do is we can hold these two objects. So what we need to do here, we have to say so we have our first object that corresponds to this one here. And then how do we get this one? So now So we know where in this case we are stepping by 20, so here we know that this is the function of 20, or we have 120, so what we do, we say I, or wait, I2 equal I plus 20. Yeah. So what we can do is comment it. Let me just prefer them from each other. This is our first object, and this is the second object. So the next thing we're gonna do is wherever you see I, replace I2. I2 is equal I plus 20, so yeah, that's it. So as per you, what we have done. Now we have moved over one, but now we have this extra one, so what we can do to get rid of that, so yeah, and how we can do it is just subtract minus 20. That's what I wanted. Basically the only step left to do is to hold the object, so now we have our two objects. Our first object, we have our second object, just here, and now we have to hold them. And we'll just you'll get a quick look what it looks like in 3 dimensions. Try. So as you can see, they're all hold to the next one. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'll take this back down to the 0. So we'll get our line. So if we want it to be smoother, not like that, because as you can see, it's kind of choppy. Right, it's choppy. You're actually gonna do one step, just change it 10. Let's try this. Yeah, no, as you can see, it's much better. So actually the step is only here, but everywhere there it is, where it was, body, we should change on So now it's way more better. As you can see, I changed all the dimensions to 10. Where it was 20, I changed it to 10. That's it. So I was thinking, and now I got an idea. So let's change my name. One. Try. Oh, yeah. Now it's a bit much higher. There it is, as it should be. So now this is renderable, and you can use this. So this creates essentially whatever path you were trying to make in first place. So now I'm gonna take this back up to 20. This as well. This one. Yep. No, that's not what I wanted. To keep it what it was before, a little bit not as fine. Then I'm just gonna copy and paste it this and make a generalizable sort of thing, a more parametric idea. So more parametric idea. So just like this. And I'm just gonna represent this. Like I said. By comment. So what we do is we can just in the final step, step A, because this is, I'm gonna do another example where I want to, the steps for this step A is equal to 20. Yeah. So we get the exact same object, except now I'll change this value. I mean, this value. We'll get something finer as it was. And maybe something finer. Yeah, that's good. And don't crash the program. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect now. So there we are. In the next example I'm gonna do, it's gonna be more complicated. So essentially what I'm going to do the next example is trace in the exterior of a torus. No. So let me just so circle. So then we're gonna translate it. So, let's see. Let's say 0, 0, 0, second. Here we go. So we have torus. I mean, in the torus, I'm gonna show it in a second. Film. Using extrude command. Where's the netliner? Where's the extrude? Let's say yeah, that's that's actually a torus. Yeah, this is essentially a torus. So what we're gonna do now is trace the outside in the circular rotation fashion. Hopefully I don't lose anybody. That's a bit of advanced example. Just, yeah, we did it before. More smaller. So first what we're going to do is create our cylinder. Radius is going to be 1. Something through usually, and some value fairly small. Let's say there. Because if you make it really large, then it's going to be difficult to render. Let's make the height. That is going to be really weird, but I don't really know if it's going to work or no, it won't work. So let's look at our cylinder. Some tiny, but this, like this little jacket. It's okay. It's a good approximation. So First we're going to do is rotate this, let's say 90 degrees. Yeah. It's flipped like this, as you can see. Yeah. So essentially what we're gonna do is to create T radius for our jacket, as I said. So next thing we want to do, we want to translate our circle out by our small circle radius. I appeared. Might not have been clear exactly what's going on, but if you follow along, you'll understand. Hopefully, you don't have to watch this too much more than 2 times, but it might be necessary just to understand where we are going with this. An example that I'm showing. So we want to translate this by the let's say seven by the C radius. Now we're going to set up the for loop. And create a for loop. I already used I, so now I'm going to use Q. 0, 1. Right. No. 0, 1. And I'm going to create a step. Usual, sorry, useful. It's useless, not useful. Right? Got something. Ah, yeah. Sure, as usual. Everything I want to. Yep, we already edit. I think there was something. Oh, wrong. No, it's not. Did it work? Yeah, sure. I don't know. No, no, it's here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna rotate this around as what I did before in the previous example. So yeah, let's start the rotations. a certain number of rotations. So rotations, let's say 5. Here. Look the y-axis in the positive direction. We know that the positive angle will go this way. I want to make it negative direction, so I want to go this way. So let's start our rotations. Yeah, as I said, negative rotations. That's 360. So let's try what we have done. Doesn't work. Wait, I have an idea. Maybe let's time it to Q. No, it's gonna work. No, no, it works. So next thing I'm gonna do to put to create another translate for our date. That's what I wanted to do. Oh my life. Yeah. Yeah, now it moved. Here, I'm gonna make a circle from this. Yeah, I need to create. I'm gonna rotate. Yeah. Let's say here, 0, and the axis needs to be 360. Because we want it to go round, around, around. Yeah. So let's try. It doesn't work. Yeah, I have an idea. I remember we added Q to there. So let's try this again. Now, yeah, as clear as I wanted. This is not quite, but let me increase the rotations to 10. Now it's way much more better. So now and then when we remove this, return over the extrude, you can see this. Yeah. Well, that was just an example. This actually we don't need this. Hide it again. What we're gonna do now is just to copy and paste it and then hold them. And of course change the second. So yeah, let's do it now. I call them a mistake. Like this. It's what? Okay, that's much from there. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna create a queue. I'm gonna change it, and yeah, create it again, and a different queue, queue2, queue plus step. What was the step? Yeah, it's here. 0.001. Let's say just a minute. Let me just things. I want it on it. Let's just check that. It work correct. Yeah, looks like it is. Yeah, look at our cylinders. It's so thin. There they are. So when I check this, we can hold this object, our objects, that's our objects, which is objects, which are objects, our objects. So at the moment, what we we're waiting for. So, whew, good luck to me. I believe it's not gonna crash the program. Whew, yeah. Oh, seems like yeah, it's gonna crash. No, please, God, no. Oh yeah. Oh, it works. So yeah, this is the most powerful thing in openSCAD. So you want to work with the shapes, you want to make your shapes stronger. This is for you. Yeah. So thank you for the lesson. Thank you for attention. Goodbye.